Hi, I'm Michael from Lampride Service, and today we're going to take a look at our drive lines and how to get them off of our PTO shafts. We have 4 different styles here. One is a push pin, 3 are pull collars, but they're all a little different pull collars. Now we're going to take a little bit closer look on how these work. So here we have our push pin drive line. With this, we're going to depress our pin to be able to release it inside to get it on the PTO shaft and off the PTO shaft. So we're going to depress it, slide it onto our PTO shaft, and then it'll lock back in place when we are on. Now once we are done with our implement and we're ready to take it back off, depress your pin again and pull it off of your PTO shaft. Once again, this is the push pin. So here we have one of our 3 pull collars. This is on a CV drive line, which is mainly used on our bigger cutters. All you're going to have is your one collar here that you're going to pull back, which is going to release the ball bearings inside and allow you to slide it on the PTO shaft. So once we're going to do is slide it back. Once it locks in place on the PTO, it's going to lock right there. Once you're done with your cutter and you go to release it, just pull it again and slide it right off of the tractor. So here we are with our second pull collar. With this one, you just have a big ring collar with a spring behind it, and you're just going to pull it back to release the ball bearings inside and slide it onto your PTO shaft. Once you're locked on, you want to pull on it a little bit to make sure you are locked in. Then once we're done with our implement, once again we're going to pull this collar back, which will release off of our PTO shaft. So here we are with our third pull collar. As you can see, it's a little different design than the previous 2. But with this one, you're still just going to grab at the front of the drive line and depress it. Once you depress it, you've released the ball bearings and you can slide it onto your PTO shaft. Once you've started on your PTO shaft, you can let go and slide it the rest of the way on, and it will automatically lock in. Once you're done with your implement, once again you're going to depress the front of that drive line and slide it back out. Here we are with an L3901, and we're going to show you how to get one of our pull collar drive lines on and off of this tractor. First things we're going to do is we're going to move the shielding up out of the way to give us more room. Now we have more access to the PTO shaft. Once again, we have our pull collar. You're going to depress it to be able to slide it on. Once you slide it on and you hear it lock, make sure you pull on it to make sure it's locked in. And you're going to put your shielding back down for protection. Now once we're done with our implement and we come back in to take our drive line off, we're once again going to move this shielding up out of the way, and we're going to pull our collar back to us and slide back off the PTO shaft. This is our pull collars and our push pin drive lines for Lampride.